Why, hello there. Greetings, and welcome back to a small Let's Play of a game called Captain Kenji 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'm Divine Path, the Pokemon Princess you prefer. It is very nice to meet all of you. So, let's try to knock out Jailbird's reasoning. Let's hit the white floor. Blood was spilt, after all. United so, there were traces of his blood, which had been wiped away. I believe this is more than enough proof Knightley was attacked in the cell. You attacked these two people and stole the key, didn't you? Oh, damn! I never thought I'd find the bloodstain wiped away with the newspaper. Why would you go through all the trouble wiping the bloodstain? On the hands of Knightley and guard were obvious signs of scuffling enough. The bloodstains were uncovered. They found out there was another attacker. And then we'll look around a bit to tell our dog will be discovered. So, you were trying to buy more time for your escape attempt. But I'm afraid to say your plan still ended in failure. Now then, hand over the keys to Knightley's cell. No way. How could an amateur like you knock me out? Here, the keys right there. Hello, Justine. You're still here. Hold it. If you have that key, then that means... That's right, Judge Courtney. Your reason that Knightley stole the key and used it to leave his cell. From there, he entered Mr. Key's cage and was moved to the workroom. However, the very foundation of that hypothesis has collapsed. How? I see. In that case, there was only one person who could have moved Knightley. It could even almost have been someone who knew about the secret tunnel. Hey! Are you suggesting... G. Albert! You're under arrest, pal! Wait, I didn't do nothing. Sure, I knocked out these two guys and stole the keys, and after that I waited for the perfect time to enter the guy's cell. The cell was empty then. There was no dead body either. And also, I could have come into the workroom. I couldn't even leave my own cell, right? It's true, you only have the key to Knightley's cell, but there's also a dog in stock. It'd be possible for the dog to carry the body from the cell to the workroom. I see. So you're saying that it was an accomplice. The crime would have been impossible if Albert and Doggy were working together. It's perfectly possible. Somehow, Albert managed to carry Knightley's body to his own cell. And then the dog must have carried to the workroom. Yes, because all the animals can move freely in the prison. But that's not the case in the path between a detention center and a prison. The only one who could use that route was you, J. Albert. But there was another route that you didn't know about. There couldn't have been. The tunnel is a straight path, is it not? Yeah, seems like it. I didn't have enough time to dig any more than I did. I only did halfway up the corridor. What? Can you just say that you didn't dig the entire tunnel? When I got to the cell, the tunnel was already there. There was a tunnel linking myself to the well. Walking down the well, from the courtyard, there's no mistaking it. They've always been connected. And I just continued the tunnel with my digging. What was that hole doing there in the first place? Who knows? Maybe another inmate dug it in an attempt to escape. And maybe the animals dug it! Maybe they wanted to drink from the well. That's highly doubtful. There's no water in the well anymore. It's all dried up. Wait a minute. That's it. For some reason, the well gives off a nice scent. A nice scent. Neither was dropped in that well earlier. I don't know what it was, but it smells sweet like candy. This scent. I believe we've come across it before. Where the scent from? His body! His body! Knightley's body was giving off a sweet kind of like scent. You used a police dog to track that scent, and that led us to discover the tunnel. By any chance, could this be the same scent as the well? Prosecutor Edwards, I know what you're trying to say. That the scent proves the body was carried down the tunnel. Exactly. And, J. Albert, you are the only one who could have used the tunnel. Thank you. Mr. Albert, I am very grateful to you. At last the truth comes to light. Miss Albert, wouldn't it be wise to confess now? To being an accomplice, I mean. Don't tell me you suspect me too, said Courtney. It seems you and I have come to the same conclusion. Not at all. Our thoughts on this matter are still quite different. Miss Albert was certainly an accomplice, but an accomplice to Horace Knightley. What even? What do you mean? Mr. Albert did not move the body. He simply left the victim his keys. What? It would seem Mr. Albert did indeed strike Mr. Knightley on the head. However, Mr. Knightley was not knocked out. The two must have made a little negotiation. When Mr. Knightley's escape plan to work, he rather needed the keys to his cell, so Mr. Albert stole them from the guard. On the other hand, when Mr. Albert escaped, he needed to get to Mr. Knightley's cell. But if Mr. Knightley had seen him and yelled, the plan would have gone down the drain. And so, they negotiated. I didn't negotiate nothing! Oh, you still intend to deny it? I see. So in other words, we're back to where we started. Mr. Albert opened the cell door, and Mr. Knightley entered Mr. King's cage. And then, he was moved into the prison. Of course! And then he was killed in the prison workroom! What about the keys, then? Weren't you listening? The scent on the body shows they must have been moved through the tunnel. Now he was moved from the detention center through the tunnel. Please wait until someone is finished before speaking. I do not claim that he wasn't moved through the tunnel. What? Don't? The scent shows that the body was moved through the tunnel. However, that does not mean it came from the detention center. What do you mean? This sure sounds like a contradiction to me. There's now one more possibility. The well in the courtyard. It's possible the body was dropped down from there. The courtyard? Ah! The well in the courtyard! Mr. Keys carried a cage and not to the workroom, but to the courtyard. Mr. Knightley was killed in the courtyard and his body was dropped down the well. And then, the body at the bottom of the well was moved by Mr. Dobbin's dog. Now, there's one thing I'd like you all to remember. Before the body was discovered, what was happening in the courtyard? The animal show, right? Regina and Simon were there. Wait, Simon? Ah! I see you understand. Who then dropped the body down the well? Said Courtney. She's a tough opponent. Her flexible ways of thinking enabled her to adapt and come up with rounded actions. Mr. Knightley was not carried to the workroom, but to the courtyard, and Mr. Keys was off stage for 15 minutes. This was when they dropped Mr. Knightley down the well. It's as simple as that. Said Courtney. Your reasoning is sound, I'll admit that. However, let's say that a body dropped down the well. That didn't have to be done during the show. It could have happened at a different time. Unfortunately for you, Prosecutor Edwards, that is not possible. What? When the show started, Miss Elba was in a tunnel on his way to the cell block. Mr. Albert, at that time, did you happen to see a body in the tunnel? Nope, not like that. So, if the body had been dropped before the show, Mr. Albert would have seen it. However, he has stated he did not see the body. So it is impossible to think the body was dropped before the show. And after the show, the body was discovered in the workroom. In other words, the body being dropped down the well and moved to the workroom could only have been done during the show. And the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes. Ugh! Mr. Edwards! What should we do? If the body was moved to the well, it does put Mr. Keyes in immediate disadvantage. However, the notion that the body was moved to the well is only a hypothesis. That doesn't mean there is evidence. It isn't. Back at you! I am obligated to recognize that fact. Will you allow me to investigate the courtyard once more? I give my approval, in the name of the goddess of law. Re-investigating the courtyard. I fear this may be your final chance. Huh? What? Fire!
Could be another prison break, pal.
Should we evacuate? Everyone, please remain calm. This is just a signal for the evening meal. It's a little loud, so I can understand why you'd be surprised. It sure scared me. I'm terribly sorry. And without everyone, please return to your posts. J. Albert, it sounds so time for me to return to the room. Oh, bah, got it. Let's go, Rocky. One moment, we will be proceeding to the courtyard for another investigation. There's no time for you to go home as well, Mr. Edward. It looks like we're out of time. Why don't you continue this another time? But the investigation. Today's been a big day, right? With the escape prisoner, no? So I'm afraid I can't let outsiders like you loiter around any longer. This is my decision as the warden of this prison. Looks like it can't be helped. The warden's word can be called the law of the prison. Prosecutor Edwards, we will have to carry out our investigation another day. Until then, you may hold on to your prosecutor's badge. And with that, I leave you. Also, I would like to explain to her that Edward is definitely worthy of his badge. Now, I think it's time you all left. Well, it looks like we'll have to continue the investigation tomorrow. Knightley's body was dropped down the well and was carried to the workroom from Mr. Helmut's cell. This is Judge Quarter's logic, but this is correct, and Judge Quarter's claims that Mr. Keyes transported him, but was Mr. Keyes really the only one with a chance to move him? Miss Edwards, let's do our best tomorrow. We have to save Simon, no matter what. Indeed, I agree. We must prove Mr. Keyes' innocence without fail. To be continued, but it's not nearly time to end now, so let's proceed. Agreed. Gosh, oh well. Just a moment. Alright, let's proceed. The courtyard. Depending on what we find here, the entire incident could become clear. However, there's nothing left here! Yesterday... Isn't there one more possibility? The well in the courtyard. It's possible the body was dropped down from there. In other words, the body being dropped down the well and then moved to the workroom. Could only have been done during the show. And the only one who could have done it is Simon Keyes. If Simon Keyes, was the body dropped down the well or not? This could be a decisive clue that we need to reach the truth of the matter. Before I continue with the investigation, I should organize my evidence. Good. Let's see here. Hey, there's a grate here. The well has run dry after all. Didn't put a lock on it. Lockpicking is one of my specialties. Wanna see? There is absolutely no need for you to show off. Oh, come on! Don't be like that. Wow, what happened, Kay? The lock is broken! Judging the looks of it. It felt like it was broken some time ago. So the lock was broken. This means that anyone could have dropped the body down as well. According to Judge Gordon's reasoning, Mr. Keys murdered nightly in the courtyard. And then during the show, he disposed of the body in the well. You think so? They really used the well to move the body? Ah, I know! Let's get Miss Hall to help us out again. He should be able to track the scent of the body. Good idea. Let me contact Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe here.
Good. Detective, I have a favor to ask of you. We would like for you to bring Miss Hall to the prison courtyard.
Sounds like you need to help with one of my 7 secret weapons again, huh, sir?
I thought Miss Hall belonged to the police department. And also, I would like for you to contact a witness. Please contact Regina Barry of the very big circus and bring her here.
Roger that, sir. I'll bring him over in a flash.
Ah. So, what do we do while we wait for Gummy? How about some hide and seek? What are you talking about, Kay? There is nowhere to hide here. I don't think that is the issue. Kay, during times like this, isn't it your turn to shine? Oh, that! You want me to recreate the crime scene? Yes! Finally, little thief. Little thief. Huh? How do you do that? Save yourself! The great big secret weapon, little thief! Whoa! What's that? Screens floating in midair. Yes, what are you doing, Kay? I'm matching information needed for the simulation. Mr. Shields, this little thief is a tool that can recreate a crime scene based on information it is given. Should I say for how this place was like when we came here yesterday? Yes, I believe they were in the middle of taking down the set. We didn't pay enough attention to the well, so it's possible we may have missed a clue. Leave it to me! I took a picture of the place too. There, and there! And there! Data entry complete. Now to set the projection to maximum output. Dark skies of evening with no other bear or bird. Dares take dark skies of evening when no other bird dares take wing. One alone remains all seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern day Robin Hood. No. What has happened? I've recreated a courtyard from yesterday, based on information I entered. It was a tool the previous Yada Gadasi used. It's a device to run simulations to practice doing things. By using this manner, we can expect the crime scene as it was in the past. Oh, but it's still only a recreation based on what information we have. I can't recreate what I don't have information for, and if my information is incorrect, the recreation could come out strange too. In this case, since K out the photo, there should be no problems. Now, let's begin the investigation. Where's Ray? Ah, gosh. Ba ba da boom, ba ba da boom, ba. Let's start it well. Huh. There he is. It's a good idea to use a secret weapon. I see. But isn't it bad using a thieves' tool to aid in investigation? Don't make such a scary face. It's alright, Ankora's lips are sealed. It's for the truth, right? The evidence may very well have already been destroyed. In order to recreate the crime scene, we need her help. Why so serious? For dance like this, a simple smile will suffice. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. I'm gonna let my voice rise for a bit. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna try to gather evidence and think through what I learned. I guess the fish bones were oh gosh. No, I don't think so. Why don't I feel the least bit jealous? These are mini chairs. I'm delegated the task to others in the past. Very worth. I should try doing some manual labor once in a while. I'll look into it. I want to see various stuff. Let's examine the area around the well. I see a way here. We've already seen these sort of things. I want it as well. Gosh. Sorry, just... Well, I want to take a break from that. I'm not going to play tug-of-war with you. I didn't say anything yet! There's a metal stake attached to the end of the rope. Ah, use this to pin down the tent when you go camping. It doesn't seem like they need it for performance. No, it was useful. That's certainly very suspicious. Not suspicious. More pulling. But definitely. This isn't the good with the keys. What are they used for? Good. My logic. It doesn't seem to be related to the animal show. I agree. We can ask Miss Berry about it later. That's all the information we can gather for now. The detective should be here soon too. Okay, go ahead and shut down Little Thief. Alright, return the area to normal.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Hey, speak of the gummy. They said the gumshoe. That was quick.
I couldn't keep you waiting for too long, sir.
Thanks for coming along too, Regina. No problem. It sounds like fun, so I skipped practice to come here. That's not great, but alright. Thanks, we appreciate it. Thank you for your cooperation. First, detective, let the missile do some tracking.
No problem, sir. Hey, missile. Over here, pal.
Missile. I'm smelling something.
Hey, what's eating you, pal? I said over here.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Looks like you're scared of something, sir.
An alligator, probably. Alligator! No, that's Ray. That's Ray, okay.
I guess you're scared of the alligator, sir.
Good grief. Looks like missile won't be much help to us. So what should we do, mates? Maybe we can ask Miss Berry for help. What is it? What is it? Is there something I can do? Do you want me to teach Ali a trick? Actually, she probably could. No, I just need you to tell me about the condition of the courtyard during the show. Look, it's my turn to shine again! Yes, if you please. Alright, that should do it. I'm starting on the recreation now. Recreation complete. This time you can see how the courtyard was during the animal show. This should be around the time the body was brought down the well. Wow, cool! It's just like magic! It's not magic. I had to recreate a scene based on the information you gave us. See? Look over here. There's a pulley. The backstage area is missing. Well, Regina didn't help with the preparation, so she didn't really know how it was set up. And gets it. You can recreate it, but you don't have the info for her. I'm sorry. It's because Simon took care of everything setting up. Don't worry yourself, none. Regina Pie. Maz is the one at fault here. Why me? Miss Edwards! I've recreated a show in progress. But I've not changed it to how it was earlier when it was being taken down. Let's see. We can extend the courtyard during the show and after the show. We can clearly switch between the two different states. The change of recreation is like little feet on the golden screen. Now, let's begin the investigation. Aha! So we're getting a new button, I guess? I wonder what this. You know, it's not really that I particularly like the little fee segments. Particularly not over the logic chess points, which I find infinitely more interesting. It's just primarily that I'd like K to be useful. I like K. Missile is not pleased.
As you can see, he's totally scared, sir.
I wanted him to track his scent, but it looks like that won't be possible. Oh. That's kind of ominous, though, I feel. Do you come here often, Regina? Regina? Yes, I have many friends here. I love this place. New friends, old friends, everyone's a friend here. Yesterday, Mr. Warden introduced me to a new friend, Little Ally. We were there. The alligator relaxed in a pond in the courtyard. That pond! If you get too close, it feels like you'll get gulped. I don't think Little Ally could do such a thing. Her stomach wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I'm worried. Aren't you all worried too? Right? Yes, of course. Well worried, right, Mr. Edwards? Don't drag me into this. Of course. Everyone is totally by for Regina. Wait, do we have a talk with you, Frey? A great thief. Oh yeah, I did. I forgot about that. This is full now, however. Oh, this crate was empty in the recreation earlier. Right. It was also empty in the picture I took. I'm sorry. That information is wrong. What do you mean? This crate contained Aztec's food. In the morning on the day of the show, all the apples were gone. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry. Missing apples, huh? I should make a note of it. What do we know so far, by the way? That's something I should make a note of. We know that Aztec's feed went missing. We know there are various metal weights around that pulley. Aztec is important. I'm not sure exactly what's interesting about her yet, given that she wasn't missing or anything. And there are those other tools around the well. No, I don't want to do that yet. I don't see. Wait, of course. Unless someone was trying to steal Aztec. No. Darn it. Darn it. A love story between an elephant and a tiger. I really wanted to see that. I also wanted to see Simon in action. Simon is really amazing. Especially the part where he gets blown away. Blown away? That's the scene in question. At that point, the suspect, in the role of the villain, is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit. After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. Are you saying that the crime was committed during that time? Do you know how long he was gone from the stage? Let me think. About 15 minutes or so. He's just quite soon. But isn't it dangerous to be blown away by an elephant? It's alright. A stick is very gentle. Yeah, she was very gentle when she smacked Kay upside the head. That's not who we're worried about here. During the first practices, he was having trouble getting blown away. Then all of a sudden, he was able to be sent flying beautifully. He might be using some sort of device, but it's amazing. A device? Do you know anything about it? That must have been the pulley. He must have been hooked up to it, no doubt. Why do you know about that though? I have no idea. Simon handled it all by himself. That's kind of irresponsible. You definitely should give things an okay before you actually move on with these things. Anyway, I don't believe there's anything. No, we're on to it. Oh my gosh! Really? Good thing we can skip these things then. Okay. Now I believe we have enough to make some logic. Cutting, 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 cutting as soon as I can. Cutting, 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 even though it's relatively short. Because it's time consuming. There we go. Okay, no. Alright. Time for logic. Simon's stunned. It goes around the well. There we go. Mr. Keys used a device for his stunt. Maybe the tools around the well are connected to this? Okay, I'd like to recheck the tools lying around the well yesterday. Can you change your recreation to the after the show scene? Roger! Tools lying around the well. Could they have been a part of his device? It seems very likely. I wonder if it's possible to recreate this scene. If you ask Mr. Keys, he should be able to tell you how the device was put together. Alright, I'll go ask him. Alright. Mr. Edward, ask them about it. And did you find out how the device works? Use the rope to hang some weights on the well's pulley. The weights were suspended inside the well. Then he ran the rope through the 2 more pulleys and tied the end of the rope to his own body. So he uses the force of the falling weights to send himself flying. Alright, sorry about that. So he uses the force of the falling weights to... Okay, that's... Okay, I had to take a break. I'm not sure what happened there. But what's to stop the weights from falling on their own? In order to prevent that from happening, he used to stop her. Miss Berry didn't know anything about the well. That means Mr. Keys removed the stopper by himself? Correct! Correct! That's why a second rope was needed. That's why a second rope was needed. This rope was attached to the stopper, and when it was pulled from the stage, the stopper would be removed. then the stopper will be removed, and the weights are dropped down the well. I'm definitely going to steal this idea. The other good house won't lose to something like this. Don't waste your time. Circus acts require extensive training. Even if you steal the device, it won't do you any good. Then I'll train as well. Before you start training, could you first update the recreation? Oh yeah. You want me to recreate the device that was used in the performance. First, let's return to during the show scene. Next, I'll input information on the device in the well. Now I can recreate the device Simon made. Looks pretty interesting, although very obvious to anyone who's looking into the courtyard. So, this is the device that Mr. Keys used. Alright. So I'm sure his gutsier than he looks. He's in the falling weight, as if forced to launch himself during the performance. Indeed, he would have to drop enough weight to exceed his own body weight, in order to provide the strength needed to pull him off the stage. The weight needs to exceed his body. Okay, interesting. Just to make sure on that. Make sure. Some device. Use the 2 points to work the well and some weights at the big stunt. Wait, what was it that updated earlier? What was it updated earlier? Okay, fair enough. Okay. I wonder what should we do here? Just examine things, I guess. I don't really see the point in that. There's not really anything. Mr. Keys used as well to perform a stunt where he gets blown away by the elephant. He used those two words quite skillfully. I don't think there's anything else to this. The sheet is the same as the one from the workroom. Isn't it the same as the one from the workroom? Yes. Why is there also one here? I wonder why there's one here. You're on the same wavelength there. Huh? The same word? I hadn't even thought. Why does it feel like she's stealing my thoughts? She just told you. She's reading it on your face. Well, tentatively she's just thinking in the same lanes as you. Looking at this weight, you can really feel the weight of Simon's hard work on your chest. Is that so? You don't feel anything at all. Aw, that's too bad. If this was an actual weight, I'd immediately put it on your chest, Mr. Edgeworth. And I'd do everything in my power to stop you. Don't tell someone who doesn't exercise to do that. Oh well.
Mr. Edgeworth, you got that look on your face like you want to use my secret weapon, sir. Missiles in the moon, but I've got my fishing rod ready to go. Or would you prefer the metal detector?
Well, it would definitely come in handy if the batteries could be recharged. I've never seen the detective's eyes sparkle like that. But maybe I'll let you know. For now, just stand by. It's in the well. Each one weighs 33 pounds. What is the question, however? What is his weight, though? Maybe I should have a look at that. Nothing here. It says nothing here. But it must be logic time. Obviously, start the show with reading the time. It's the day before the show. It's going next morning. You sent to wood. This is a pertinent piece of information. Really? Are these two things? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Not a bit of obvious methodic. Oh well. Obvious method. Huh? Isn't this strange?
What's wrong, pal?
Haven't you noticed, Tutu? What's strange about the weight is... What's strange about the weight is what? Wait. This one is... It's probably not going to be the number. It's not going to be the weight. Must have halfway the way, right? Why would the number of material be important here? It's not heavy enough. Obviously. In order to pull up Mr. K's body weight. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the only way to be found. I was under the impression there were more, and this is an example of one. Oh well. But where did the rest of the weights disappear to? And we didn't find it in the passage, so we can't fit them at the bottom of the well. Alright.
Looks like it's time to use my 7 secret weapons, sir.
If necessary. I'll let the detective know. But I still want to say, a stick was used for this purpose. Ah, darn it. I'm trying this at random, but I understand, at least, that there's something that must have done to compensate. Detective Gumshoe, it's time for your secret weapon.
Yes, sir.
I was hoping for the metal detector.
I don't get many chances to use this one. Before we begin the search, we're gonna have to use the metal detector, sir. This metal detector uses sound.
Yeah, another one of gameplay element, I guess.
And this meter, to let you know how close you are to a metal object. When you get close to a metal object, the metal detector will have a big reaction, like this. When you get the biggest reaction, give me the order to examine that spot, sir. Now, let's see what we got next to the metal fence. And that's basically how you search for metal objects. Just give me instructions on where you want to search, sir.
We're actually going as Gumshoe for this one. It's still a metal fence, so that's... Okay. Let me start from over here. Wait. I'd like to... Wait, is it sound-based or...
I think we're getting warmer, but the reaction's still kind of weak, sir.
I wonder. There's something here, definitely.
Yeah, there's a reaction here too, sir. Let's check it out.
I'm not entirely positive whether it's sound-based, or if there are any particular fluctuations in the bar. Oh well, in the gauge rather.
Huh? I thought these are the clumps of wells here, sir.
These are the weights used on for the hoisting device. Were these intentionally hidden?
There's 4 of them in all, sir.
That's kind of troublesome. Don't litter the courtyard, please. Then jamming weights would be enough to lift Simon. So the other weights that were used in the device were hidden. Why were they hidden over here, though? Are they really what was used for the trick, though? Is the question.
See? I'm renewing my keep today, aren't I, sir? Aren't I, sir?
That's Allie. Ah! The alligator!
Let's go, me pal. Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It looks like the metal detector's reacting to this alligator.
Allie's got something in her mouth. Really? Why? Are you saying it isn't still just reacting to the weights?
It's a different reaction, sir. And it's definitely coming from the alligator.
Originally, if you would be so kind. It's gone. It's gone. Looks like it's scared of us. I don't think so, Kay. Huh? If anything, I think Allie looks a little under the weather. Indigestion, I guess. Allie, I suppose that was what Warden Roland called it. She didn't eat any of the foods that the warden gave her yesterday. I think she might have eaten something bad, or the missing apples.
So I guess the metal detector could be reacting to whatever the alligator ate.
Oh, maybe she ate one of the weights? I doubt that even an alligator can ingest a 33-pound weight. But what could the metal detector be reacting to? Was something hidden in the apples? And regardless, why were these weights hidden? Maybe we should take another look at the device on the well. Okay, I'd like you to recreate the after the show scene again. Alright, leave it to me. Alright, let's see what's new here. Okay. I want to expect every suspicious looking at friend. Is there going to be a contradiction? Yes, there will. This rope was part of the device during the show. To be able to create a device with just one piece of rope sounds surprisingly handy. One piece of rope? It seems that there is a contradiction with the Earth. I was wondering about that, but I was okay. Yeah, where is the second piece of rope? We just pointed out there should have been a second piece of rope. Oh. Now, this piece of evidence shows the contradiction of times now. Can you give me first sight about where the contradiction is?
I'd also like to hear you explain in more detail, sir.
Around here.
Please be more specific, sir.
Oh, this device. It's just me, but it feels like something's missing. What is the second piece of rope? Where is it? Though, that's the question. What refers to that? What refers to that? Sounds device? 2 ropes, of course. Of course, nope. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. There we go. Now I just need to refer to this. This recreation and the device we saw earlier. There was a major discrepancy. One of the ropes is missing. You're right! Without it, the device won't work. What happened to it? Where did the missing rope disappear to? That's exactly what I was trying to do. It's possible that we hold a piece of evidence that shows where the rope went. Eh? Which piece of evidence shows where the missing rope went? Well, obviously it was used here. Elementary. The rope we found with a dead body. And that's very interesting. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm screwing up a lot. It's actually a bit difficult to really keep track of what's been established, given that everything keeps changing whenever we get a significant major breakthrough. Ah, could it be? Yes, it could be the other piece of rope that was used here. Then, does that mean this rope was attached to the weight? However, the weight was not one of these double weights. These weights were hidden in the grass and replaced with something else. If they were replaced, then what was used as the weight? It was tied to the rope we found in the workroom. If we can pull that, the answer should be clear. The weight that was dropped and placed in the weights that was the case of the third. Was it him? The body? Was it neither his body? It must have been. Because I understand. This makes so much sense. Why was the rope around him? Why was he partially covered in that sheet? And why is it dirty? Because he was tied up and wrapped into it. That makes way too much sense. What chopped down the well was none other than Knightley's dead body. Oh, I feel so happy. I felt so happy I was able to reach that conclusion myself. Mr. Knightley's body was used as the weight? The only thing is though is we're trying to prove that Simon wasn't the murderer, so it can't have been him who did this. Yes, the weights were replaced with Knightley's body. Mr. Key just advised to launch himself off the stage. When the rope that was tied and was undone and let go, both the body and the rope dropped down the well. The rope wasn't used to tie up Knightley. It was used to suspend him inside a well. That also explains where the other weights were hidden. Ah, so no one would find out that the weights were placed with the body. Yes, the killer was the one who hid those weights. But Miles, wasn't Knightley boy stabbed in the neck with another weapon? He was suspended in the well, but that was not at the bottom of the well. Can killer was also aware of that. That's why they used this item, which I think the killer used to leave traces of blood behind. That would be the bloodstained sheet. The sheet was found at the body. It was used to wrap up the body. I see. It looks like all the pieces are starting to come together, eh? But this means that the body definitely came from the well. If that's the case, wouldn't that mean Simon is the killer? No, that's not necessarily the case. Eh? But yesterday Judge Courtney said if Mr. Keats was the killer, would he have needed to set up such an elaborate device? And I guess you have a point. Mr. Keats was only responsible for dropping the body during the show. In other words, it doesn't matter what the real killer was or what they were doing during the show. Until now, this placed a doubt on the people who did not watch the annual show. It's true. We also suspected Mr. Doggin. The killer's true intention was to make us think that the murder occurred during the show. In other words, they used the device on the well to create a fake alibi. Miss Berry, do you know when this device on the well was set up? Let me think. The day before the show. I think it was at night. We all started preparing at 9 p.m. We finished around midnight. The killer applies to wait for the dead body afterwards. It is up to the night before the show. Alright. Did Doggin know about the device? No, even if he knew about the device, it wouldn't be possible for him to use it. You can't teach a dog to suspend a body in a well. In other words, Doggin is not the killer. Great! Another breakthrough. I was waiting for that. Goodness! It's like 6 hours into the case, and we haven't found the real culprit. Oh well. Okay. What do we do now?
2 weeks later.
Okay. This is really weird. It's really weird. I feel already connected these two. Okay, I was pretty positive I already tried that. To not fit. Apparently not. Okay. The apples in the crate were probably eaten by a steak. But it's strange. I think it was Allie, given that she seems to have a bit of indigestion right now. I remember leaving the crate out of reach of Elastic's nose. Are you certain? Yes, the crate was still full of apples on the night before the show. Then, the car was moved to where the nose could reach it. Without many apples, it could not have been moved by the weight. Most likely, the crate was moved by a person. Wasn't the crate in front of the door before when it was full? Prior to the show, the car's decision was already changed an apple for a real eating. This appears to be the correct information. Please update the simulation to this care. Alright, are you sending for the recreated scene? Using info we got from Regina, I created the scene with the card in its actual place. Alright. Recreation complete. No wonder I thought it smelled like animals. It contained the elder's food. So this was thrown into apples. As these apples. That's right. That's right. On the day before the show, it was full of apples. You know oh, did you think of something? No. This kind of makes sense. This call was moved the night before the show. Oh, it wouldn't be heavy naturally. The body was also switched the night before the show. I don't think it was just a coincidence. Keeping that in mind, the question now becomes, why was the car moved? The car used to be in front of that door. I can think of one reason why. Somebody open that door. I was thinking that. Alright, let's hurry up and... The door locked. It's locked. That sounds like God. Hey, Mr. Guard. Yes, what is it? That was fast. You there. Where's the key to this door? The warden's in charge of it. I get it from her right away. The warden's in charge of the keys here. Without the warden's permission, this door can't be opened. So we need more evidence against the reason to suspect her at this point. Thank you very much. Those are where are your security cameras? It's a circuit breaker panel. This must be the breaking room. On the night before the show, somebody came into this room. I wonder why they would come here. I don't think anyone would confuse the breaking room with the breaker room. It was definitely to operate the circuit breakers. So someone came here to shut power to something? We heard about a blackout. The same blackout that messed with the timestamp on the security footage from like the cell. Was there anything that has power shut off? What could have had its power shut off on the break? I remember that very well. It was the security footage. The security camera footage had a 3-hour gap. Ah, I see. The circuit breaker for the security camera was trapped. It's highly possible. Was this the killer's handiwork? With this camera down, it would be easier to move about. The killer would have a major advantage. I knew it! If that's the case, the killer was the person who tricked the breaker. The person in charge of the key to the breaker room is... couldn't be. And now we finally have a suspect. Deactivating the recreation. We're finally reaching the end. Soon, I hope. What? Really? That's all I get? Okay. Why hello there, you two. I'm first to the scene, as always. No. If you think that, you're blind. Good morning, Mr. Be Best. What? You? How did you get here before me? Greetings, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I see you have arrived early. Or maybe it is you who are late, Judge Gordon. I have many matters which require my attention. I have no time to waste. Like a certain prosecutor who was taking off the case. Oh, my apologies. I had forgotten that you were assisting the defense attorney. An assistant can never be the best. You've fallen like the rest. Just say whatever you like, Prosecutor. Let us begin with some Alright, I'll call them in. Over. That will be unnecessary. What? We have already finished the investigation of the courtyard. You've been bested. Bested? Me? Just Courtney. Just Courtney. Your reasoning from yesterday. Watch me shatter it to pieces. I would advise you to choose your words more carefully. Have you forgotten that the fate of your badge rests in my hands? I have had enough of such coercion. Can't you think of some other way to threaten me that does not involve my life? Despite my repeated warnings, you show no signs of reflection. It seems I must remind you once more. The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee can't leave someone such as yourself untouched. Neither the fate of my badge nor the actions of the committee will impede my progress. Proving Mr. Key's innocence. That is all that concerns me. Your words are like those of a defense attorney. If you are willing to go that far, then I will show no leniency. In the name of the goddess of law, I shall turn your words against you. And at that moment, you will forfeit the title of prosecutor. You shall regret this. Final showdown against you, Judge Courtney. But that will have to wait for another time. We should meet again in another game, perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.